Rabbit is a lovable and energetic character who loves to explore and have adventures. He is always looking for new ways to have fun and loves to challenge himself. He is friendly and outgoing and loves to make new friends. Rabbit is always up for a good race and loves to see how fast he can go. He is determined and never gives up, no matter how tough the challenge. He is a brave and courageous character who is always ready to take on a new challenge. His enthusiasm and spirit make him a great leader and friend. Once upon a time, deep in the forest lived a little rabbit. He was always looking for new ways to entertain himself, and one day, he had a brilliant idea. He decided to have a race with all the animals in the forest to see who was the fastest. He invited all the animals to come to the starting line, and they all eagerly agreed. The rabbit was so excited, he couldn't wait to see who would be the winner. The crowd roared as Rabbit crossed the finish line, their cheers echoing through the stadium. His heart pounded in his chest as he looked up at the scoreboard, confirming his victory. He had done it, he had won the race. His hard work and dedication had paid off, and he had achieved his dream of becoming the fastest rabbit in the world. His friends and family ran onto the track to congratulate him, and the crowd erupted in even louder applause. Rabbit's triumph was complete. Rabbit's victory was met with great enthusiasm, and the crowd erupted with cheers and applause. The other racers joined in the celebration, and Rabbit was showered with praise. Friends and family rushed to the finish line to congratulate Rabbit, and he was presented with a bouquet of flowers and a trophy. The atmosphere was electric as everyone celebrated Rabbit's hard-fought victory. Rabbit was overwhelmed with joy, and the crowd cheered as he proudly held up his trophy in the air. It was a moment of triumph, and one that Rabbit would never forget. Rabbit had an idea that could help him win the race. He decided to take a shortcut and sneak through a hole in the fence. He knew it was a risk, but he was confident that he could make it through before the other animals noticed. So, Rabbit set off on his shortcut, hoping that it would lead him to victory. Rabbit was ready to put his plan into action. He gathered all of the other animals in the forest and explained his idea. Everyone was excited and eager to take part in the great race. Rabbit told them that the race would be a long and difficult journey, but the winner would be rewarded with a feast of their favorite food. Everyone lined up, and the race began. Rabbit took off like a shot, with the other animals close behind. It was going to be a close race, but Rabbit was determined to win. Rabbit was ready for the challenge ahead. He had been preparing for this race for weeks, and he was determined to win. He knew he had to push himself to the limits and never give up. He was focused and ready to take on whatever obstacles came his way. He was confident that he could do it, and he was ready to show the world what he was capable of. As the challenge before him became increasingly difficult, Rabbit was determined to succeed. He focused on the goal ahead and worked hard to keep his pace steady. He was determined to prove his worth and show the world that he could succeed. He drew strength from the cheers of the crowd, which only further encouraged him to keep pushing forward. He was determined to make it to the finish line and prove that he was capable of achieving great things. Rabbit was determined to win the race, and he put forth all of his effort to gain the lead. He pushed himself to the limit, running faster and faster as the race progressed. He was determined to leave his competition behind and prove that he was the fastest. His determination and speed paid off as he pulled ahead of the other racers. His rivals were unable to keep up, and Rabbit's lead over them only grew. The crowd cheered as they watched Rabbit's remarkable performance, and the intensity of the race increased with each stride. As the race intensified, the crowd erupted in cheers and applause. People jumped up and down, clapping and shouting words of encouragement. Rabbit, determined to win, kept her focus on the finish line. Despite the distraction, she kept her pace, determined to make it to the end. With the crowd's support, she pushed through the last stretch, crossing the finish line in first place. The crowd erupted in even greater cheers, celebrating Rabbit's victory. The final stretch of the race was the most difficult for Rabbit. He could feel his muscles aching and his lungs burning as he pushed himself further and further. Despite the pain, he kept his focus on the goal ahead and refused to give in. He was determined to make it to the finish line, no matter what it took. The cheers of the crowd kept him going, and he drew strength from their encouragement. He was determined to make them proud. The stadium erupted in a deafening roar as the crowd watched Rabbit cross the finish line first. Every spectator was on their feet, cheering and clapping for the champion. The excitement was palpable as Rabbit's name echoed throughout the stadium. The cheers of the crowd were a testament to Rabbit's hard work and dedication, and the spectators could not contain their joy as they watched him achieve his goals. As Rabbit took his victory lap, the crowd roared even louder, a celebration of his success.
If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from us. We'll be bringing you more exciting stories and videos like this one. See you next time.